Whitney Elizabeth Houston was born on August 9, 1963, in Newark, New Jersey. Two gospel singers, Cissy Houston and John Russell Houston Jr., she was nicknamed Nippy and came from a musical family, including cousins Dionne and Dee Dee Warwick, and godmother Darlene Love. Aretha Franklin was considered an honorary aunt. Her paternal great-great-grandfather was abolitionist Jeremiah Burke Sanderson. She had three brothers, John III, Gary, and Michael. Houston grew up in Newark in East Orange, New Jersey, witnessing the 1967 race riots as a child. Her parents separated during her teen years. Raised Baptist, she joined her church choir at age 5, learned piano, and made her solo debut at 12, trained by her mother. Her biggest musical influences included Cissy Houston, Dionne and Dee Dee Warwick, Aretha Franklin, and Chaka Khan. She attended Franklin Elementary and later Mount St. Dominic Academy, graduating in 1981. From a young age, Houston aspired to a career in music. Whitney Houston began her professional career at 14 as a background singer in her mother Cissy's band and gave her first solo performance in 1978. She worked as a session vocalist for artists like Chaka Khan and Michael Zager, and appeared as the featured singer on Zager's disco track, Life's a Party. In 1980, Houston became a model, appearing in 17 and other magazines, while continuing to record gospel demos. Her mother insisted she'd finish high school before pursuing a full music career. Houston signed with Terra Productions in 1981 and gained attention with features on songs like Material, Memories, and Paul Jabara's Eternal Love. After a performance at a Manhattan nightclub, Arista Records' Clive Davis signed her on April 10, 1983. She made her national debut performing Home on the Merv Griffin Show and appeared in commercials and TV cameos. Houston's early duets with Teddy Pendergrass, Hold Me, and Jermaine Jackson, Take Good Care of My Heart in 1984, brought her first chart success and led into her debut album. Whitney Houston's debut album, Whitney Houston, 1985, launched her career. It topped the Billboard 200 for 14 weeks and produced 4 top 10 singles, including 3 number ones, Saving All My Love for You, How Will I Know, and Greatest Love of All. The album sold over 25 million copies worldwide, becoming the best-selling debut by a female artist, and earned Houston her first Grammy and multiple American Music Awards. Her videos, including How Will I Know, broke racial barriers on MTV, and she launched her first world tour, the Greatest Love World Tour, in 1986. Her second album, Whitney, 1987, debuted at number 1 in the US. In UK, with hits like I Wanna Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me, Didn't We Almost Have It All, and Where Do Broken Hearts Go?, making her the first artist with 7 consecutive Billboard Hot 100 number ones. The album sold over 20 million copies worldwide and won her a second Grammy. Houston's tours, including the Moment of Truth World Tour, were highly successful, and she became a global superstar. She also contributed to charity, supporting children, HBCUs, and anti-apartheid causes, and in 1989 founded the Whitney Houston Foundation for Children. By the late 1980s, she was among the highest-paid entertainers. With Forbes ranking her 8th in 1987, Whitney Houston became a global superstar with her first 2 albums. Though some critics accused her of selling out, in 1990 she released her third album, I'm Your Baby Tonight, taking more creative control. The album included hits like I'm Your Baby Tonight and All the Man That I Need, earned 4 Billboard Music Awards, and sold 10 million copies worldwide. In 1991, Houston performed the Star-Spangled Banner at Super Bowl 25, which became a top 20 hit and raised funds for the Red Cross. She also staged the Welcome Home Heroes concert for Gulf War soldiers and embarked on the I'm Your Baby Tonight World Tour. Houston made her acting debut in The Bodyguard 1992, which grossed $410 million worldwide. She produced the soundtrack, including I Will Always Love You, which became her signature song, topping charts in 34 countries, selling 24 million copies worldwide, and earning multiple Grammys. Other hits from the soundtrack included I'm Every Woman, I Have Nothing, and Run to You. The Bodyguard World Tour, 1993 to 1994, spanned 5 continents. Houston performed at Nelson Mandela's White House dinner and held concerts in South Africa, becoming the first major artist to perform in the newly unified nation. She continued philanthropy through her Whitney Houston Foundation for Children, receiving multiple honors for her charitable work. In 1995, Houston starred in Waiting to Exhale as Savannah Jackson, a role praised for showing black women as professionals and mothers. The film grossed $81 million worldwide, inspired similar films, and earned Houston an NAACP Image Award nomination. She contributed 3 songs to the soundtrack, including Exhale Shoop Shoop, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The soundtrack went 7 times platinum and earned multiple Grammy and American Music Award nominations. In 1996, Houston starred in The Preacher's Wife, earning $10 million in critical acclaim, and released a gospel soundtrack, which became the best-selling gospel album of all time. She also formed Brown House Productions with Deborah Martin Chase, producing projects like the multiracial Cinderella TV movie, which drew 60 million viewers and won an Emmy. In 1998, Houston released My Love Is Your Love, her first studio album in 8 years. The album sold 10 million copies worldwide and produced hits like Heartbreak Hotel, It's Not Right But It's Okay, and When You Believe. She won her 6th Grammy for the album and was named the top-selling R&B female artist of the century by the RIAA. In 2000, Houston released her first compilation, Whitney, The Greatest Hits, reaching #1 in the UK and selling 10 million copies worldwide. It included hit ballads, dance remixes, and new duets with artists like Enrique Iglesias and George Michael. At the start of the 2000s, Houston's reputation as America's sweetheart faced scrutiny due to erratic behavior, missed events, and canceled performances. She was fired from the 2000 Academy Awards, but received praise for a performance celebrating Arista's 25th anniversary. That same year, her longtime assistant Robin Crawford resigned. Despite negative press, Houston found success as a producer. She co-produced The Princess Diaries 2001 and its sequel, 2004. Both box office hits, becoming the first black producers to surpass $100 million. She also produced the Cheetah Girls films and soundtracks, achieving multi-platinum success. In 2001, she signed a $100 million record deal with Arista BMG. Houston's 5th studio album, Just Whitney, 2002, debuted at No. 9 on Billboard and went platinum. She released her first Christmas album, One Wish, the holiday album 2003, which was certified gold. In 2009, she returned with I Look to You, debuting at #1 on Billboard. The title track and $1 Million Bill were hits, and she embarked on the Nothing But Love World Tour. Houston won an AACP Image Award for the music video and received a Bet Honors Entertainers Award. Her final film and acting role was the Sparkle remake 2012, which she also executive produced. The soundtrack featured Celebrate, the last song she recorded. During her marriage, Houston suffered multiple miscarriages and struggled with drug use. Attempts by family and friends, including a 1999 intervention by her mother, Cissy Houston, to get her help were initially unsuccessful. Houston admitted to drug use during her marriage to Bobby Brown, escalating after The Bodyguard and the birth of her daughter, and entered rehab several times. She acknowledged ongoing struggles in interviews with Diane Sawyer, 2002, and Oprah Winfrey, 2009. In May 2011, Houston entered rehab again and was later diagnosed with emphysema. On February 11, 2012, Houston was found dead in her Beverly Hilton hotel room. The cause of death was drowning with contributing factors of heart disease and cocaine use. It was ruled an accident. Her death coincided with the 54th Grammy Awards, which featured a tribute to her. After her death, Houston's music surged in popularity. She sold 8 million records worldwide in 2012. I Will Always Love You returned to the Billboard Hot 100 at No. 3, and she set a Guinness World Record for 10 albums on the Billboard 200 simultaneously. In 2023, Forbes listed her among the top 10 highest-earning posthumous celebrities. Later recognized as the highest-earning posthumous female celebrity with a Guinness World Record. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Share your favorite Whitney Houston songs in the comments. We'd love to see what you love most. And be sure to check out our other videos.